Hey church, we're going to walk you through really quickly how to give on a mobile platform. If you have questions about any of this, please feel free to reach out to the church office or to email one of your staff members, and we will help you work through this. This video supposes that you have a general understanding of how to use your phone or your tablet or your computer. But if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We want to help you. You'll begin by going to FBCLaPlace.org. There, if you're on a mobile device, you'll need to click Menu. If you are on a desktop or laptop computer, it is just listed out across the top banner. You'll click on Giving, and this will open up a new page. This is the giving page. Everything you need to enter will go right here. So what we're going to do is just use a number like $100, and then once you enter how much you want to give, whatever your tithe or offering amount is, you'll click on what fund you want it to go to. So most often this is going to go into tithe. This is where you give your regular giving from your work. That just lets our financial secretary know where those funds need to go and be applied. If you want to give this also, whenever you get paid, so if you get paid every 2 weeks or twice a month, you can set up recurring giving by clicking that, and it'll give you options on what times of the month you want it to come out. You can do that. It will deduct the same amount on those dates throughout the month, so you don't have to continue to come back and give again. For these purposes, we will uncheck that. So the next section is for us just to fill in our name. So I'm going to just use my church information. That way you can see how it's done. But so I've given my name, first and last. I give my email because that's how you get receipts for your giving. And then I'm going to use a number. And on my street address, let's just use church for that also, since we're going to be consistent. So once I fill all of that in, I have the church's address, or that would be my address or your address, the address that you use. And so on your payment information, you have a couple of options. The three that you see here are credit or debit cards. Then you have banking information. So this would be like your checking account. And then you have Google Pay. If you use Apple, you would have Apple Pay or Android Pay, mobile wallet services. You can use those. They're fine. But most generally, we'll find people using their debit cards and checking accounts. So just for example, let's just click on bank. And we're going to use a bogus routing number and a bogus account number. We know these are not good. So it's telling us that it's not good. But anyway, you would enter routing and checking. And on this next box, you would need to select if you are an individual or a company. This just helps Tithely understand if you're legitimate or not and where your giving is coming from. So I would say I'm an individual. One of the next things that you notice is here this box that says cover fees. So when you check that box, if you notice here at the bottom of the page, it has increased your giving amount. Basically, when you select cover fees, that just tells Tithely that you want to pay the processing fee so that the church gets the full $100. If you don't select cover fees, then that just means the church will pay the processing fee. And just understand, the church understands that, and we are fine with that, whatever you choose. We're grateful when you can cover the fees. We're not upset when you opt not to. That is entirely up to you. And then if you want to be able to get back into Tithely on another day, if you want to give again every week, but you don't want it to automatically come out, you can set up a password here. You can say, remember me. You can put in another bogus password and a PIN. And that all that does is so that when you go back into Tithely, it will allow you to log in using those credentials, and it will save your address. It'll save your card if you tell it to, and doing that will just help make your digital giving a little bit easier in the future. So once all of that's said and done, then you would just click on Give, and I'm not doing that obviously because none of this is valid, but if you had entered all of your information correctly, you would just click the Give button. It will process, it will send it directly to the church, and you will get a receipt for that giving. And our financial secretary also keeps a record of that for you for the end of the year. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us. But that's a really great way for you to give, especially in this time where we're not able